I gave my dad's new family coal for Christmas. All of them. My mom died in a car accident the week before Thanksgiving, and since I was 17 with no other family willing to take me in, the state tracked down my father. He showed up to the funeral in a nice suit with a solemn expression on his face like he hadn't abandoned us when I was 6 years old. He told me I'd be coming to live with him and his family in Colorado, like he was doing me some kind of favor, and I wanted to scream that he lost the right to play hero when he walked out and never looked back, but I had nowhere else to go, so I packed everything I owned into 2 suitcases and got on a plane with a man I hadn't seen in 11 years. His house was massive with 4 bedrooms and a pool in the backyard, and there were family photos everywhere of him and his wife and their 2 kids who were 5 and 7. Photos from Disney World and beach vacations and Christmas mornings in matching pajamas. He'd been the father to them that he refused to be to me, and now I was supposed to fit into this perfect life like I hadn't spent my childhood watching my mom work double shifts just to keep us afloat. The weeks leading up to Christmas were unbearable. The first night at dinner, his 7-year-old threw a fit because he wanted a different color case for his new iPad, and I sat there in the same jeans I'd worn to my mother's funeral because I didn't have anything else. His wife tried to be nice, and I could tell she genuinely wanted me to feel welcome, but every kind word made me angrier because she had no idea who she was married to. One evening, my dad found me crying in the guest room and told me he understood this was hard, but that he and my mom just couldn't make it work, and he hoped I wouldn't hold that against him, like it was a mutual decision, like he didn't vanish and leave her with nothing. That night, I went through the paperwork my mom left me and found the court documents showing he never paid a single child support check, that she took him to court twice and lost because he hid his income. She died with $40,000 in debt while he bought iPads for children to throw tantrums over. A few days later at dinner, he said he was glad we could finally be a real family, and something clicked in my brain. I told him I wanted to do something special for Christmas, to buy gifts for everyone to thank them for taking me in. His eyes got watery, and he said that meant so much to him, and I smiled and told him it would be a surprise. I spent the next week buying 4 beautiful boxes and 4 lumps of coal, and I wrote the tags by hand. Christmas morning was everything my dad wanted it to be, at least for the first 20 minutes. His wife made pancakes, and the kids were bouncing off the walls with excitement about presents. The tree was enormous and covered in ornaments that cost more than my mom's entire Christmas budget. When it came time to open gifts, my dad suggested everyone open mine first, since I was new to the family, and this was a special moment. I handed each of them their beautifully wrapped box and watched as they tore into the paper. My dad got to his first, and his face went completely white when he saw the lump of coal and the tag that said, "For the father who let mom die exhausted and broke." He tried to laugh like it was some kind of joke, but his voice cracked and nothing came out. His wife opened hers next and read her tag out loud. "For the woman who got the husband my mother deserved." She looked at my dad with confusion all over her face and asked him what this meant. The 5-year-old started crying and asking if she was on the naughty list, and the 7-year-old was staring at his coal asking if all his presents were going to be coal now. My dad told his wife to calm down, that I was obviously just grieving and acting out, and this wasn't the time. I turned to him and asked loud enough for everyone to hear, "How much child support did you pay in 11 years? He stared at me and said nothing, so I answered for him, "0. Mom died with $40,000 in debt while you paid for Disney vacations." His wife asked if that was true, and I watched him calculate whether he could lie his way out. Then he looked right at me and said, "Your mother made her choices and I made mine." His wife grabbed both kids by the hands and walked out of the room while they were still crying. My dad stood there surrounded by wrapping paper and told me I had just destroyed his family. I said, "No, you destroyed 2 families. I just introduced them." I went back to the guest room and closed the door while the screaming started downstairs, and they fought for hours about what else he had lied about.